Hi everybody, welcome to Petra's Happy Place. Today I have something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, is that just doing a goals list for the month, and not just doing it here, but doing it here. Yeah, I'm a writer, and you would think that someone who enjoys writing wouldn't have that big of a problem writing things down. Well, I do write them down, but then they get lost in this or that. So I don't know if you remember this, but I've got this at Hobby Lobby, and I'm using it. I'm going to use it. So, um, this is going to be my goals for the month of June. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today and the rest of this wonderful community. My name is Petra, and I am the host of this channel, and we talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of it revolving around yarn and crochet. I don't do any knitting. Um, I may or may not pick that up in the years to come. Who knows? But for now, that's what it is. I am not in my yarn scape right now, but I'm still in my happy place because this is the chair I sit in to crochet almost all the time. So today, let's start off with my goals for this month. And I tried to keep them very realistic, so hopefully I can accomplish them. And since I wrote them down, I'll be able to mark them off every time, I complete something, I'll be able to mark it off. And at the end of the month, I'll try to come back and let you guys know how I did. Okay? So, I have 6 things that I'd like to finish. Now, I should have put finish / work on, because some of these are going to take a while. So one thing that I want to now this is going to take a while, but this is the I need to figure out what to call this. You pick the width. You had picked this for me to do from the envelope, but this is a lacy pineapple lace pullover, and I'm making alterations to it, so it's taking a little bit of time. But this is one that I am going to work on. I'm using this yarn. I won't go into all kinds of detail, but this is the yarn. I'm using True Boo in the colorway Mauve. And I've got all my yarn and my hook and everything in here, but I'm working on this. So this is something that I would like to finish this month. And just a recap, for those of you that are new to the channel, you might not know, I do work full-time outside the home, and I also help. I don't do a whole lot, but I do take care of my, I help take care of my mom. I'm a semi part-time caregiver for her, so I don't have a lot of time. Most of my time to crochet is spent in the early morning or in the evenings, and on weekends. So that's the only time I get to spend working on my projects. Okay, so that's one of them. I didn't write this one down, but this is definitely one I'd like to work on, and that is this. Oop, it's called the Chantilly Lace Vest. Okay, and this is the so far, this is how far I've come on it. I'm using Kristin Omdahl's yarn, and let me see if there's a picture here. It's a really tiny picture, but that is a picture of the vest. Okay, so that is another one that I would like to work on this month, and I need to write that one down so I don't forget. Okay, and since this is such a small yarn, it's a thin yarn, I can keep it in this little little pouch here, which makes it nice to travel with. That's why I like that one. Okay. Um, Here I also have, now this I've been doing for months and months, have not done anything with it, but this is a doily that I had gotten from a magazine, and I am like very confused as to my next step. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with this, how I'm going to end it. You can tell that the pineapples are not quite finished yet. Not quite sure how to do that. So that is another one that I wanted to work on. I also want to work on finishing up this this design I have. I've got the back and the side done, and I have this much of one side. I mean, I'm so close to getting this thing done. I want to work on that. Oops. Let's see what else. Oh, I have too much stuff. Oh, this, isn't that bowl gorgeous? If you don't if you hadn't seen it yet, I got this bowl. My aunt had bought me this bowl when I was in Oklahoma, but this project here is for another aunt, and all I have to do is sew this together. It's just a little design that I put together. Let me find the here. It's just a little little V-neck tank type top, and all I need to do is sew that one together and do the trim on it, and that one will be done, but I want to work on that. Okay, this one's not on here. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, this is another pattern I'm working on. Now this is actually Barb from Whisper Crochet, I think. Anyway, it's a really pretty pattern that she is designing, and I want to just finish this and so that I can block it and get it. But it's going to be a little bit because I got quite a bit, and I've got a lot of yarn. I want to try to use up as much of this as I can. So I want to make that. Okay, and then you guys might say that I have a lot on my plate, but it's just a matter of sitting down and just finishing these things. You know, they're not really like well, yeah, it does take time, obviously, but I should be able to get all this done this month. Okay, so this is a Michael's pattern that I was working on. It's called the Bobble Fringe Shawl, and I'm using this beautiful yarn. I love this yarn, and it's discontinued, so anyway, it just has this little bobble fringe, which is so cute, and I'm a good portion into it, so I shouldn't have that, and this goes very quickly. So I want to finish that one. Okay, what else do I got down here? Okay, I also have, now that bobble, let me explain, that bobble shawl was something that I was doing because I didn't think I would be able to figure out this pattern that I'm going to show you here. But this is the Nordic Dragon Tail shawl. Let me show you a picture of it, and it's a very poor picture, but it's a picture. You can see it. But Reggie, hi Reggie, from J Hook Crochet, she helped me figure this thing out the other day. So I started on it, and I feel quite proud of what I've been working on. So here it is so far, and I'm using this, what is this called again? Cotton King Twirls, and I want to try to finish up this whole cake with this, and I think it's going to turn out real pretty. I've already started there's a white strand that's going through there now, and yeah, I want to get that thing done so I can block that thing and have that one done. And that's a collaboration that I'm doing with Sandy from over at Crochet A Canada. If you haven't seen that video, I think we did it on a live. So if you go over in my playlist, I'll try to link that. Let me see, I'm going to write that down. I'll put link. And where is this one here? Link. And I'll put that in the description box below that video. Okay. All right. That's all the things I want to finish. That was a lot. It seems like a lot, but we still have like what, 3 weeks left to go in the month. I think I can get those things done. If not, they'll just carry over. I'm not going to pressure myself to do it. It will get done eventually. Oops, that was the wrong. Well, I'll fix it later. Okay. Another thing I want to do for June is I bought this notebook, Projects in Progress, and I bought this one at Hobby Lobby as well. And I am determined to use this and to start, really writing down all of my stuff. So I've only got 2 things in here. One of them is that pink sweater, the pineapple lace pullover, and I started filling it out, and I even put the yarn here so I know what I'm using here. And then I've also that pink top for my aunt. I'm using it, and this one I really wanted to write down everything, so I need to go back and start working on that, because since I did do it was my own pattern, if you will. And then this first project with this yarn, that pineapple lace, I told you that I was not doing it according to the pattern. I need to make sure that I write my notes down in here so I could replicate it, right? Now there's going to be some pages in here that I don't use, a lot of these dot grids, and I plan on using those too. I'll have to somehow mark them, and I love coloring and stickers and titling. I used to bullet journal, so I'll do something with those unused pages as well, whether it's like writing out lists of things that I want to make, but this I want to definitely keep track of all the projects that I'm working on, tracking the progress. Okay. I also want to use this notebook, or possibly this one. Maybe I could use a page out of this one. I want to start writing down, not just having a stack of it, but writing down those things that I want to work on when I get something else finished. Okay, I'm going to try to finish as many of these I can without starting more projects, but I get this ADD going on a little bit sometimes, and I do start something. So I do have something I want to put on that list. I recently was talking to a couple of wonderful ladies. Let's see here. There's Jill. I was watching Jill from Fiber Floozy. She was hi Jill, and she was on Lisa from Lisa's Crochet. She was on her channel, her live one time this past weekend, and I was watching how she was showing how to add beads to a project. And I know there's a lot of bead challenge. There's a bead challenge going on right now, and I'm like, wow, that's something up my alley, because I had wanted to make some beaded earrings, and I had found some stuff I had wanted to do, and I had already bought it, and I put it aside, and I haven't done a thing with it. But then this past weekend, I did a live, and Linda from Linda Simpson Designs, she was on my channel. She was come onto a couple of my lives, and I was so excited because she went over it again, and she's working on it, and I just love this whole idea of doing a beaded project. I already have my beads, and I'm putting them, I have this little tin right here that I'm using. I have the project that I want to make. I'll do all that stuff later whenever I start. But then I also have the yarn set aside that I want to use to make that project. And all that stuff is set, other than the hook, all that stuff is set aside, like, because I want to do this later. And I'll have other projects, of course, that I'm going to do later, because once the lacy pineapple sweater is done, then we'll have to pick another project for me to do, right? So that was the pick my next whip. And let's see here. What else? Yeah, I have a stack. I know I have a stack of all kinds of patterns that I had wanted to make, and I'm excited about choosing a couple of those to add to the list. And I've run out of all these little tiny tubs to keep them in, so I have to like finish the project so I could put one in there. But you know me, I might just grab a project bag or something else to keep them in, and then I'll have too many project bags and then I'll get discouraged. Anyway, enough of that. So let's see here. What else am I wanting to do? Oh, yes. This month, I really want to focus on how to get income for the channel. And I have been monetized for quite some time, and I don't have the same number of subscribers as so many others. I am monetized, and I do want to do a channel memberships and all that kind of stuff. I do want to do that. I'm just not sure that I can keep it up the way so many others are doing that. Now, I don't know if I haven't done enough research to find out if there are others that work full-time outside of the house, that how they manage their channel's income. So I was hoping to maybe do some things and put them out there for sale. And I don't know if I want to do that, and if so, how I want to put things up for sale. That stuff is still going through my head, but I want to think about that and do a little bit of research on it. I would love, love, love your guys' feedback on that. I mean, would you even be interested in something like channel memberships? What would you like for me to do if I was to offer, what kind of special things would you like for me to offer if I was to have channel memberships? But I do need to generate a little bit of income, because what my channel is doing so far, I have not gotten anything since I first started the channel. I haven't gotten any kind of checks or anything from the Google AdSense or I mean, I haven't gotten anything. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, mind you. But I know that I do need to start generating some kind of income so that I can put back into the channel. I have been wanting to do so much as far as purchasing different kinds of yarns that others might not be getting, so that I can show you guys. And to tell you the truth, Mr. Happy really doesn't want me to spend all of our hard-earned money on buying yarns just to be able to say that I bought the yarn and then not use it. So if you want me to show like different kinds of yarns from local yarn shops or anything like that, I love doing stuff like that. But again, it's not easy and it's not cheap. So anyway, I'm just trying to generate a little bit of income so that I can do more for you. Because I know I wouldn't be here were it not for you guys. Let's see here. What else? Oh, yeah, and if there are things that you would like to see me put in some kind of a shop to sell, or if you've seen something that I've made and you think, oh, I really would like that, or if it's a pattern that I've designed, I can, work really hard to try to get something written and put it down, so that you guys can make something for yourselves, like selling a pattern or something. I really would like to hear about that in the comments. And then there's another thing that I would like to do this month, and that is to contact uh, my hairdresser. My hairdresser works, and she's been there for like umpteen years. That's a long time. And uh, I know the owner of the shop and the workers and everything. I go there and I've been going there for years and years. My mom, Happy Mama, has been going there for years and years and years. And they have a small sitting area that would be perfect because this shop is only open certain hours, and I'm thinking that little area would be so perfect to do like a gathering of yarn enthusiasts, crocheters, knitters, um, that kind of thing, to just kind of get together once a month maybe and just hang out and just have that one-on-one fellowship. I know that there's a lot to be said for, having this community, and it's a wonderful community, but I think most of you know that there's something special about having somebody sitting right next to you where you can help out or teach how to do something, and I would just love, love, love to do something like that. And if I could talk to somebody to see about getting that up and running. It's a very small town, but I know there's got to be some knitters and some crocheters out there that would love to get together like that. So those are my goals for this month. And I mean, they're not lofty goals, they're very achievable goals. But yeah, but I am excited about the end of the month to tell you what all I've accomplished, and I gotta remember to write them down. I have to use a different color pen or something to like mark it off or something to say, okay, I did this, so make sure you show everybody. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you have, please hit the like button. Share it out a little bit if you want, if you can. You don't have to. It's not a big deal. Um, and please leave comments or suggestions or questions that you have in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. I'd like that interaction with everybody. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, Jesus loves you. Love yourself a little bit today. Okay? Bye-bye.